Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Jay Hooligan, and I'm here with Hooligan V. We just got done with a meeting with one of our old friends from a film school we met down in LA last year. So yeah, that was fun, and it was good to catch up with them. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving as we're about to head into the new week and touch base with everyone again and get back to the grind. We just wanted to talk about some of the things that we talked about tonight. One of the great sayings that has always stuck with myself and Hooligan V is kill your darlings. It's something that it sounds completely horrible, but for film, it's absolutely necessary, especially in the indie world. We find that it's a lot of people don't really take to it. And what that means is that a lot of times there's ideas that we get in our head that just are fantastic for story or for film. And like I remember there was one, it was for your senior project actually, where I wanted this whole wraparound scene of to track going around people to submerge into water and follow them as they sank down into water, and it would have been a beautiful shot in my head. But one, we didn't have the budget, we didn't have the resources, so I had to kill my darling for that. And we ended up finding a different way of portraying it, and it still works.
That's also the same story as where I had that when I wrote that scene in the bathroom was like she was supposed to disappear in the way that it was supposed to be filmed. It's like I really liked that scene, but we couldn't do it with what we had, so we shot it a different way.
Yes, so we had to kill our darlings, and the whole thing about that is to be able to let go when it's something that's not conducive to the story. So on our website, it says that I specialize in world building and story cohesiveness, and a lot of that has to do with killing your darlings when it's necessary. Meaning, does the story make sense moving forward with it? We just had a conversation, I think with Dave. I think it was with Dave.
No.
It was Inglourious Bastards.
I think it was Dave.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Dave.
So,
yeah, From Nothing Entrepreneur on YouTube. You can look him up on there too. He's starting out from nothing, just like we are, which is why we're starting these videos. So you guys can see, like, there's that, we weren't given anything. We all worked from the beginning. Anyways, back on track with that. We're talking about this scene from Inglourious Bastards where it was a cutscene, and it had to do with the Bear Jew, and it was about his background, where he came from and why he came from. And big thing about that was, like, we're talking about it, and because it's a great movie, and it was like it would have added such another layer to him, and it would have been so interesting. And I started thinking, and I told him, it's like, well, hats off to Tarantino for that, for killing his darling, because as great as that sounds for background, for the overall movie, it wouldn't have added any value. It wouldn't have moved the story forward. It was just kind of in there just to be in there. And being able to cut something as important or as impactful as that when it's not moving forward is absolutely huge. And I feel like that's been lost a lot in the indie world. A lot of independent filmmakers get so stuck on an idea, they're not willing to compromise, and at the same time, it doesn't push the story forward. It doesn't help build the world like that. That's a great example for the Inglourious Basterds. It's a great way to build the world that they're in for their characters, but it didn't have any. It wasn't cohesive to the story. It didn't move the story along. So having both of those, that's why I like to say that I specialize in both. Is coming from a very analytical background. I used to be in IT in the Marine Corps and did that for about 6 years. It's very much like, does this work here? And one little thing can throw off everything. If you're into programming at all, you know that for sure. You miss a semicolon, you miss end parentheses, and your entire code and your entire product is screwed. And coming from that sort of background, I think has helped me a lot when I was transitioning back to the creative side for storytelling. And yeah, it's absolutely huge. So, story cohesiveness and world building in context of killing your darlings when it's necessary. Learning to let go for the bigger picture. You know, I mean, can you do it? Yes, you can. I believe you can. So I'd like to hear back from some of you guys out there to see what type of what was an example of when you had to kill your darling, and then what was your response to it? Because I know personally it hurts. It's like, it hurts a lot.
The thing is, though, if you don't do it, somebody else will tell you to do it.
Yeah, and especially like somebody who's much more adept at it will tell you to do it. So yeah, especially when you get into a lot bigger budgets, there will always be somebody above you, unless you are the one providing all the money for that. So yeah, be aware, just being able to do that. Like, we've done it on the regular now for so many projects for the past few years, and I think it's brought us to a place where we've adapted to it, we've accepted it, we've adapted to it, and incorporated it into everything that we do. So like all of our stories.
Thing, though, it's just learning to adapt.
Yeah.
To all the new things.
Yep. So again, hope everybody had a great weekend, a great holiday weekend, Thanksgiving.
I did.
Yeah. Yeah, so did I. Yes, I did too. Had some much needed time off with the family, but I was already back into editing a couple days ago. Still got notes from the director for the feature that I'm cutting for them. Same thing though, but it's great as he's come around very, very quickly, surprisingly quickly, on killing his darlings when he needed to. As he took it to that's another story. He took it to the studios, and they were like, "This movie's too long," and I was like, "This is exactly what I told you." And since he heard it, and it's an unfortunate thing too, is because he sees me more as a peer. He didn't take the weight of my words as much as he did from, say, a larger studio, even though I was saying the exact same thing. So being able to, that's another thing too, being able to learn from everybody. Doesn't matter what part of the totem pole they are, or what part of their journey they're on, but actually being able to absorb that and incorporate that into, you know, everything that you are and everything that you're doing. Especially if this is what we love to do. Film is what we love to do, and we're not going to stop. So we are learning everything and anything and absorbing from everyone and taking so many different perspectives to find out where we fit in. And it's slowly coming around to like we know exactly where we need to be. But having that sort of mentality of being able to just absorb rather than deflect everything else out and try to defend everything of what you follow is, like I said, it's absolutely huge. It's something that will never ever stop, especially in this industry. So all right, hope everybody has a great last day of their weekend, and we will be seeing you guys. All right.